Hello, this is Catherine Marie, and you are listening to episode 21 of Long COVID Real Talk podcast. So, the latest, we have been trying to figure out the best way to cut down on all of our expenses since I'm going to be taking a pretty big cut in my monthly income. And my partner is also going to be switching jobs to a job that is not quite as demanding mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And we're trying to find a setup that will make it easy for us to get through each month and pay our bills. We live in an area of the United States where the cost of living is quite high, and we have been trying to figure out for a while now if we should move back east where we both grew up, or if we could figure something out here. One of my siblings, I have 5 younger siblings, but one of my siblings does live in the area now, and she just moved here, so I don't really want to leave here, and I love where we live in general. It's just really lovely, and I'm very spoiled because the climate is very temperate. And if you want snow, you can just drive 2 or 3 hours and you can play in snow and then you can drive home. You don't have to live in it for months and months on end. So anyway, we have been looking around for several weeks trying to figure this out. We have been strongly considering moving back to Pennsylvania or Ohio, where we grew up. But I think we're going to hold off on that for the time being because right now we have a pretty good thing going as far as a support system, which is funny because I remember doing the 3rd episode and talking about how I feel alone a lot of times. And then you realize when you're thinking about moving how many people you actually have in your corner that you would really miss if they were not there. So that has been an interesting exercise because we were looking at possibly going to other cities that are cheaper, but then we would have to start over as far as people that are around us on a regular basis, helping us out, childcare, pet care, home care, all the different things. And it has definitely given me pause to realize how much we do have here. And it actually has made us question even how far to move from where we currently live. We were looking at one city that was about 25 to 30 minutes away. And even that, I was thinking, the people that we trust to help us out, I don't think they're going to drive that far to come and see us. And we would have to find all new people. And we would still have, you still would have your friends and you still hang out on the weekends because around here, people don't hang out that much during the week because everybody works a lot. But, it still would be nice to not be so far. So we did find a place that is about 13 minutes from where we currently live. And I think that it is close enough where it's close to my sibling. It's relatively close to where we live now. And I think that it will be a good move for us. We actually are going to put an offer on a manufactured home in one of the mobile home parks or manufactured home parks in this area. If you are not from California and you're from the Midwest, you're probably thinking, Catherine Marie, what in the world are you thinking? But out here, it is not the same as other parts of the country. The mobile home parks out here, most are very, very nice and clean and really just gorgeously curated. And we found one that is within our price range, and the plan is to take out a bunch of our retirement and find the most cost-efficient yet livable manufactured home that we would enjoy living in and buy it outright with our retirement. And then we would only have the monthly space per month. I do think that the realtor we're working with, and a lot of people who have been here a long time, I think that it's pretty common to look at condos or even houses in the East Bay where they're a little cheaper. But I think that if I was still working full time, that would be something that we would consider. And we had been looking at condos here and there, but I think in getting a condo, we're just going to end up having more bills. And the thing that we're trying to find right now is not what the biggest house is that we can get with our current income, but what is the lowest possible monthly payment we can come up with for the next few years. Because I'm hoping that at some point I will be recovered, but who knows? Maybe I will, maybe I won't, maybe I won't fully recover. I don't know. I really don't know. So we're trying to set it up so that we are going to be financially viable for the next however many years. So the last couple of days I've been looking at the schools and just figuring out what it would mean to live in one of these massive yet very nice manufactured home parks. And from what I can tell, they're not super dog friendly, but we would have a back area, which is fine. And they tow a lot, like cars if they're left out, because both sides of each street have a red line on them saying that they're a fire lane. So no one can park anywhere except in your car. What do you call that? A car spot, or when you have an overhang, and then carport. That's it. So yeah, so that is something that is an interesting development and something that I would have never really considered if I did not have long COVID. But I think we're really going to enjoy living in a manufactured home. It just seems like the one that we are going to put an offer on. As soon as we walked inside, we both just exhaled, and it was just really nice, really nice. So I have some hope for that, and I am hopeful that things will go well, and the whole good can come from this. Or maybe if it was meant to be that we were supposed to be in this area or whatever, I don't know. I don't like to think about that in relation to long COVID that much, but sometimes that's the only way I can think about it, so that I can relax and let it go a little bit. Anyway, so that is the update for today. And I hope that if you are experiencing financial changes, that you are also similarly able to minimize your monthly expenditures to prepare for the next few years as you are also going to be recovering. And hopefully, after a little while, we'll be fine and able to work full-time again, and it'll be great. But for now, we're just trying to figure out a little cocoon where we can safely go and recover. Anyway, that is it for now. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk again soon. Take care. This is Catherine Marie again. There is a practice that we found out about from our realtor where the people who are putting an offer in on a house will write a, quote, love letter, unquote, to the owner to explain to them why they love the house and why they want to buy it. And I wanted to share the one that my husband wrote because I just thought it was really beautiful. And I think you'll see why too. So this is what he wrote. To the owner of the calm sky blue house full of many restorative nooks. Thank you for considering our offer to purchase your beautiful home. My family and I would be honored if you chose to pass the tradition to us. The moment my wife and I walked up to your house, we were curious, finding the front garden to be neat and coordinated, and the footpath to the back inviting. When we entered, we actually exhaled in unison, not a common occurrence, and as a spouse of medium plus experience, the significance of this moment resonated. The floor plan beckoned us to 3 possible directions, all of which we wanted to wander. We loved the soft green and neutral tones of the living room, which would receive all of our indoor plants happily. The open kitchen was relaxing and inclusive, and the kitchen bar was my favorite I have seen because for my 4-year-old, an elderly mother, the seats are notably lower, which will prevent falls. This is the same reason we really appreciate the bathrooms. We will certainly be able to use the side office for video visits, as both my wife and I remain clinical, and the from-home option is very helpful in a squeeze. Finally, we were wowed with your impeccable use of the outdoor space. We want to eat at the picnic table and sit in the shade of the back trees every day. On a serious and more direct note, we walked into your home and it felt like home, a place where we could recover and grow. The last 5 to 6 years have been really hard. My wife and I are not too young to be burned out. We have seen firsthand the pandemic and its implications hurt and kill a lot of people. The medical industry was short-staffed prior to the pandemic, and beyond the initial losses, now nurses are retiring in droves and physicians are succumbing to suicide at record high rates. The really great news is my wife and I have emerged with a modicum of wisdom, and we have pledged to live our time. We're going to proceed with more respect for our own health and a moment-to-moment peace of spirit. We desire to have a picnic each day, and we believe the space you have created is totally us. Thank you for your time. So I have even a further update, friends. I am very excited about this, cautiously optimistic, I should say, but we actually had the offer accepted that we put down on the house, and we're going to be moving in the next month or so. And this is very exciting. I feel as though we got really lucky because we were competing with several other offers, one of which was also a cash offer. And I'm just feeling very grateful for how everything seems to be working out pretty smoothly. We met the seller and we went through the different furniture that she wanted to sell us because we are going from an apartment to a home. and her stuff is significantly higher quality than ours, and she had her house decorated professionally, so we're pretty excited. There's a little back area for the dog, and I even found a little, what do you call those? A little scooter that you can put your dog in, so that way I can transport our dog in and out of the community, since the dogs aren't allowed to walk within the community, to outside the community so we can go for walks. So I'm kind of excited about that. But yeah, everything seems to be going well, and I wanted to give that update, and we'll close that out for now. So I won't have to do further episodes on the new digs unless something exciting occurs. So, all right. Take care, everybody. Thanks for listening.